Welcome to Clearing the Bases. My name is Anthony Sosa, and with me is Will Felton. Let's jump right into it with Clearing the Bases. And we got the newest member of the MLB, newest pitcher for the New York Mets, Steven Matz. He made his debut against the Cincinnati Reds. He pitched 7 2/3, only made 2 mistakes, allowing 2 solo home runs. Will, what do you think of his performance?
I think he did good on the mound, only made 2 mistakes, as you said, with the solo shots. And at the plate was where he made big news. He went 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs. First time MLB debut pitcher has ever had 4 RBIs in his first game. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive. And I mean, you add in Syndergaard and the way he hits. I mean, the Mets got a great offense with their pitching staff, but where's the offense with their regular guys? That's the main question going forward.
They're lucky they play in the National League where the pitchers can hit.
Yeah, exactly. So moving on, we're going to talk about a guy that's arguably the best pitcher right now in baseball, Max Scherzer for the Washington Nationals. He went and faced 51 batters, only allowing 2 to reach base, 1 by a hit by pitch and 1 an actual hit. He went 23 innings and only allowed 1 hit in a row. I mean, well, what do you think about that?
That's just ridiculous. That's amazing. I mean, I don't know if that's ever been done before. Is 3 back-to-back great performances. He took a perfect game into the 5th inning in every single one of those games. One ended up being the no-hitter. The other one was a 1-hitter. And so Max Scherzer had a great month. I mean, that to say the least.
Yeah, probably the best month the pitcher has had all year. I mean, I don't think there's anybody else you can really compare that to.
Yeah.
But solid pitching.
I mean, that hit by pitch in the no-hitter, though.
Yeah.
That was pretty...
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy. It was a perfect game.
Yeah.
Going in 8 2/3 inning.
Yeah, 1 out away.
1 out away, and Jose Tabata leaned in. Questionable. Did he lean in?
I think he did. I mean, I think it's clear to see that he leaned in. I mean, we don't have the video to show you, but he dipped his arm down. And he was a pinch hitter, too. So, in there, you got to get on base any way you can. It's a Bush League.
I don't think it's Bush League. I mean, he's trying to get on base. He's not up there to give Max Scherzer a perfect game. And... I mean, yeah, maybe he did dip his shoulder in there right there, but he had a great at-bat. It was like the 8th pitch of that at-bat. He was really battling, and, I mean, it's a good job by him. A lot of people aren't going to be happy about it because it was a perfect game, but if you're him, you're just trying to get on base any way you can. You don't want to be embarrassed up there.
I agree. And Max Scherzer even said in an interview that he would have done the same thing if it was him. So anybody's going to try to break up a perfect game. I mean, it's kind of just instincts if you think about it. I mean, that's your goal. Nobody wants to say they got a perfect game thrown against them, especially when there's so little ever done in history. So moving on, we're going to talk about our June predictions that we made. There is one more day left in June, but it's clear to see that our predictions have wrapped up. And we're going to start with the first prediction we made. We asked who is going to have the best record in baseball by the end of June, and we already know that it's the Cardinals. I said the Cardinals. Will said the Dodgers. Cardinals are running away with baseball right now with a record of 50-24, and it's not close. Moving on.
Our second question was who's going to lead the AL Central. I took the Royals. He took the Tigers, and the Royals are out by 5.5 games, and 6.5 on Detroit is in 3rd place. So I got the point right there.
Yep, and then the next question we asked was who is going to have home runs by the end of June, Bryce Harper or Nelson Cruz. I took Bryce Harper. He took Nelson Cruz. Bryce Harper hit 6 home runs, and Nelson Cruz hit 1.
He pretty cooled off a lot. Yeah.
Quite a bit, but honestly, I thought both would have more home runs than just 6 and 1. I mean, it was...
Right.
They both kind of cooled off. And lastly...
Our last question was about Bartolo Colon. Would he have more wins or more hits in the month of June? And... he struggled on the mound a little bit. He had 3 losses, so he was 1-3, and he did get 1 hit. So he actually tied. We both said that he was gonna have more wins, but I mean he tied. So I mean no point there for either one of us. But I mean we were close. I mean I would have if I knew he was gonna have 1 hit, I would have liked to take my chances as he was throwing. But I guess he only had 1 win, so tough luck.
Yep. So at the end of June, it's 2-1, and now we're gonna make July predictions. Our first prediction is going to be who's going to be leading the AL East by the end of July. I'm going to take the Yankees because personally I think that offense is going to be enough to carry them. They've got a lot of power, A-Rod's having a good year. You know, Chris Young's kind of a sneaky hot player right now. He's doing pretty good. I think overall the lineup's good enough. What do you think? Who do you think?
I'm going to take the Blue Jays, Toronto. I think with the way Donaldson's swinging the bat, and I think Encarnacion's heating up a little bit. You also got Batista in there. I think they're going to have a good month. I think they're going to come out atop the AL East, especially with their pitching kind of coming alive a little bit. Marco Estrada, you know, having like a good couple starts. And so I think that they're going to have a good month. I think they're going to be on top of the division.
Good point about Estrada. He's actually flirted with a couple no-hitters the past few starts. So moving on, we're going to make our second prediction. And who's going to have the most home runs in baseball by the end of July? Who do you think?
I'm going to go with Todd Frazier of the Cincinnati Reds. He's got 25 home runs right now. He is absolutely red hot this month in June. I mean, I wish I took him last month for having the most home runs, but I'll take him this month. I think he's going to stay hot with the All-Star game coming to Cincinnati. Also, Hitters Park, weather warming up, and now it's summer. I think the ball's going to be flying off his bat.
Good prediction. I think Frazier is going to be up there. And, of course, you can't forget about Stanton, I mean, with the broken hand, or else he'd probably be leading it the way he's been a terror this year. But I'm going to say Nolan Arenado. He's very hot right now. I think he's had one of the hottest Junes of any ball player. And I think he's going to continue that, especially being in Coors Field. I mean, that's a great place to hit. But we also can't forget about Harper or Pujols. They could easily do it too. But I'm going to go with Arenado. And our third prediction is going to be how many Royals are going to be starting in the All-Star game. Right now, the latest ballot showed that 7 Royals would be starting. What do you think, Will?
I think I'm going to go with 5. I think Omar Infante will get overtaken, and I also think that Alex Gordon will get overtaken in the outfield by Adam Jones. You know, it's interesting with Infante. Not a lot of second basemen are in contention with him. I mean, he's not that good, but like Kipnis is having a good year. Altuve's so-so, but Indians aren't getting a lot of votes for Kipnis. But I think he can overtake him for sure. I don't think Infante deserves it. And Adam Jones in the outfield, definitely. The other question is third base. You know, Toronto, Canada, they got the big World Cup. You know, they're into that. So I don't know if they're going to have enough votes for Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, I agree with you. Infante is going to be kicked out, I believe. And I don't think Alex Gordon's going to stay above Adam Jones for very much longer. But I do think Josh Donaldson will pass Mike Moustakas. I know Moustakas is leading by a lot right now, but Donaldson is having a much better year than Moustakas. So I'm going to say 4 Royals start, but 4 or 5, it's going to be close, I think. So our last prediction is going to be on Max Scherzer. And how many hits do you think he's going to give up in the month of July?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with 12. I think he's going to have 4 starts, an average of 3. I think he's going to flirt with another no-hitter again, honestly. I mean, I don't know if he's going to get it, but
really bold.
Maybe throw a 1 or 2 hitter. I wouldn't be surprised. So I think he's going to end with about 12 hits given up, which is incredible. I mean, not as good as this month, but that's pretty incredible if he can do it 2 months in a row. But I think he can.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 16. That's an average of 4 hits per start. But I think the way he's been pitching right now, I think his next 2 starts, he maybe gives up a combined 5 or 6 hits. And then maybe over the next 2, he gives up 10. So we'll see. Also with the All-Star break, he might not even get 4 starts. So, we'll see.
He could get that extra rest in the All-Star break. Could help him, though, too.
It could. Do we count hits in the All-Star game if he pitches?
I don't think so. We're not going to count home runs with the guys that we pick, so we can't count hits with Scherzer.
Okay. So, that concludes our July predictions. Make sure to stay tuned to see who takes the lead after July. And that about wraps up Clearing the Bases. Once again, I'm Anthony Sosa, and this is Will Felton. Remember to follow us on Twitter, @ASOS27 and @WillFelton6, and follow Clearing the Bases on Twitter, @ClearingTheBases. We'd like to thank you for watching.
Oh my God! I thought he was going to go
Ever, really. Okay, that light's killing me.
I know, dude. What the hell? I was hella looking at that, too.
Yeah, the light's killing me.
Is that from that?
Yeah, I think because the window's open.
Yep. Damn it.
Welcome to the second edition of Clearing the Bases.
What, dude?
I don't know.
And Venditti went on to strike out Swinehart, but it was pretty interesting. First time ever that's happened. My phone just went off.
I'm pissed, dude. Damn it! Albert Pujols, dude.
ties Mickey Mill for 16th on the career.
Travis, turn your phone off.
Hell, it was
Just
on.
play it.
We're going right now.
Oh, it's already going.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
You guys ruined it. Show's over.
Alright, let's go.
Were we closer?
Anywhere in the 6
No, dude, I think it's about. We
You
gotta
need
get
to
the
scoot
routine
up a
posted.
little. Dude, what the?
Freak are you
Look, I
talking
look
about?
bigger than you.
Because you're freaking fat.
I'm not
See, now
mad.
the table looks.
I'm Anthony Sosa.
You always say it.
I know, you always say it. You always say it.
I gotta get that up.
You're not
Every
getting
time.
right.
But their starters all have ERAs over 4, so that's a big concern. And with Batista, or with, dude,
God damn it!
I was hella choking, dude. I was like,
Holy shit.
Damn it, that was so good.
I honestly didn't have anything else to say about the Blue Jays, dude. I didn't have anything else to say.
Just say if you think they won the East or not.
And now we're going to make our July predictions. First prediction is... okay.